Hey, welcome back to Evil's Comics. This guy right here is Evil Mike, and this is going to be my new comic book pickups from January 25th, 2023. This is actually going to be a part one, and you probably saw the thumbnail. I left like, not half my stack, but I still got about like 17 books there, and I still picked up this many, plus a couple extra on the side. And honestly, it's because there were books that dropped that I didn't know they were going to drop, so I kind of set some stuff aside so I could make sure I get these and not have to add them on my checklist kind of thing. I don't know. Plus that this stuff would have sold out. Yeah, I know how it is. So before we get started on showing off all these, beautiful comics, please like, comment, subscribe. That does help this guy out immensely, especially the comments. I love the interaction. Let me know down below which one is your favorite. I will say this is a week of beautiful covers, and I didn't even get half the covers that I saw that I wanted, but I still ended up with some beautiful covers. I'm going to save my last couple ones for like my covers of the week, I guess you can say. But starting off, we got Marvel, The Amazing Spider-Man. I think this is issue number 18. Yes, it is. This is the design variant of the Insidious 6, the other 3 that was in the group. And, I haven't heard a lot of people talk about it, but we got another Goblin, people. We got another Goblin. And I actually liked that Goblin. I thought he was pretty dope. Next up, a big comic for me. Actually, the next couple comics are huge for me, but Image Plush number 3. Enough said. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of this book so far. We got the furry fuzzy on the back. Oh, yeah. Like I mentioned, another big one, but we got Image Comics Lovesick. I think it's issue number 4, and this is out of 7. And man, I saw this and I was like, yeah, I gotta grab that. I've been picking up all her A covers, but and I think I have one Mirka, but I had to grab that one. I thought that was really dope. Image Comics issue number 4 of Hitomi. And I got this from my boy Comic Journey. He's a huge sumo fan. I was like, oh yeah. Actually, there was only 2 choices, and I just preferred that one better than just the floating head that was on the other cover. Boom Studios, we got issue number 3 of Behold Behemoth. I know a couple people dropped out of this book, but I am fascinated with it just because trying to still figure out what's going on, but it's kind of turned out to be an Attack on Titans kind of thing. So if you know, you know. Next up, we got issue number 51 of Catwoman. I hopped on Catwoman at issue 50 just because Punchline made an appearance, with her storyline. But I kind of always go back and forth to Catwoman, so I'm sticking with it. And then we got the first cover of, I think her name is Naiko? I think so. I'm drawing a blank. She's new for me. But that is the second Catwoman. Next up, a dope book. And this one, I don't know. I've been picking up all the variants of this one because they've been doing awesome homages. But this one was just kind of a shadow mesh cover. I wasn't a big fan of it. So Tim Drake, Robin, issue number 5. But I love this cover regardless. It's still a dope cover. I don't know what other covers were available. It's just that between the 2 that I had to pick from. Now this one was I put stars and hearts and that kind of thing to remind myself, hey, look for this one, grab this one. This one had 3 stars and 3 hearts, if you know me. But the big 90s nostalgic book, people. We got Dynamite Comics Darkwing Duck issue number 1. And this is Mirka's cover, Mirka and Dolfo. I had to grab that. Actually, I think this is cover A, if I'm not mistaken, was Mirka and Dolfo. Alright, so following that 90s trend, we got Dynamite Gargoyles issue number 2. And there were a lot of banger covers for this one, but without having to go into the FOC variants and the ratios and stuff like that. I think this one was the better that represented the cartoon. Next up, a dope book, another book that I don't hear a lot of people talk about, but Ablaze, The Boogeyman, issue number 5. It has been a fantastic read so far. I'm hoping it continues that way. This is going to be a first for me. I have never ever hopped on this train. I am a fan of this dude, but I've never actually read his solo series, but this is Superman Action Comics, and I think this is 1051, the dawn of the DC. That's why I hopped on. A beautiful Dan Moira cover. I think I said that right. My dude Trev, the shipping guru, loves Dan Moira. But there's so many things that are going into this book that I could not pass up. I'm a huge Supergirl fan. I do love Superboy. I do love Supes. But usually I tend to read him when he's in Justice League and Batman, that kind of stuff. But hey, why not? And I've heard great things from Legion of Comics and a couple other people in the community. And supposedly it's a first for these two, like, new Wonder Twins, I think, down there. Let's go a little close up. I don't know. You let me know down below if you know anything about the two new Wonder Twins. Alright, another book. And a lot of these people I will review. That's kind of why I picked up this stack first, so I can kind of get to the reviews. But Boom Studios' Once Upon a Time at the End of the World, issue number 3. I'm loving this. I know a lot of people are not big fans of Jason Aaron. I don't know. I don't have that opinion, but from reading this, and I've been all in. This is one of the books that I am very excited to read and review. Not only that, but it gets a lot of feedback when I do the review. I get a lot of good comments on that one. Okay, so we're getting to the end of the pile, and these are some of the banger covers right here. We got Lazarus Planet, DC Comics. What is this? We Were Once Gods, issue number 1. And I think this is the first cover of this fellow right here. I'll take it out because it is a dark cover, but this is a Francisco Mattina cover. And it's, I forget what it is, but magic's mixing with stuff, and man, that's dark. But that is Martian Manhunter mixed with something. I haven't got that far into it. I'm an issue behind. I have not gotten to read any of last week's books besides Hex Horror because I picked them up yesterday. So I'm getting there. Alright, so banger cover number 2. I mean, a lot of these are bangers, but man, this one I could not pass up. I did not know it was dropping. And it's funny because I have been a huge fan of cover A in the series. It's been hard for me to pass up some of the cover B's and C's. DC Comics Detective 1068 right here with the Inhuck Lee. And I thought that was fantastic. When I say it was the last one there, when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's mine. That speaks to me in all kind of ways. If you know, you know. Alright, so my cover of the week, and I can't believe I have not seen this on any, and I think right now I've watched like 8 different new comic book pickups, This book, man, I had a cover in mind for this one, and when I got to the shop and flipped through and saw this one at the end, and this was another one where it was the last one, but this is DC Comics Punchline, The Gotham Game, issue number 4. Man, that is my cover of the week. It might be my cover of the year. I am a little biased. I'm a huge Punchline fan. And if you wanted to know, that's a Warren Lowe or Luau? I don't know. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Alright, so I do have a couple more new books, but they are really facsimiles that dropped. One of them I knew it was dropping, the other one I wasn't sure when it was, but we got Marvel Comics, The Incredible Hulk, issue number 347. If I'm not mistaken, this is the first appearance or something like that of Joe Fixit. After reading Joe Fixit, I've always kind of been a Joe Fixit fan, but I never understood him. But after reading that first comic and getting the explanation, I think I'm a Joe Fixit fan. I think I'm a more a Joe Fixit fan than the Hulk kind of thing. Joe Fixit knows what he wants, you know what I'm saying? I mean, look at the cover. He's got money, he's got some guns, he's got some, and then he's got some ladies. Alright, so, the last facsimile, and I wasn't even sure if I was going to pick this up, and this is one of those stupid stories where I was buying comics at the time, this came out, I passed it, and it's another book that blew up. So I'm not going to pass up on the facsimile of it, but this is... And you're going to have to find out about this. I don't know. But this is Image Comics, The Invincible. It's issue number 1. It's supposed to be like the Read Deluxe or something like that. Or the Deluxe edition. But it's basically the facsimile of Invincible number 1. But it was supposed to be black and white. And as I was flipping through, there was this one gold cover. I don't know why, and it doesn't have the you know, actual like Invincible Reloaded or Deluxe or whatever it was. So y'all let me know if this is like a FOC variant or not. I don't know. My LCS guy wasn't there, so I don't know. I know this is not like, you know, the Invincible #1. I know it's a facsimile. I just don't know the significance of why it was in the gold. I don't know. I'm looking to see if it... Yes, it is facsimile edition, January 2023, but that's all I got. That's all I got. But it's still pretty dope to own and have and get to read. I was unfamiliar with Invincible until the anime, and the anime was super dope. I loved it. Alright, so I was able to pick up a couple back issues like I mentioned yesterday. I think my LCS bought a couple different collections. I think a lot of that went to Whatnot auctions, which is really helping out my LCS. If y'all don't know, and if your LCSs are privy to it, you know, Whatnot supposedly is helping the LCSs, and after talking to my LCS owner last night, supposedly it's a true thing. So I was able to pick up 4 old comics. So I got some bronze. I think this is bronze, but we got Khazar the Savage, issue #2, Marvel Comics. It was $2, but it is in horrible condition, but I don't care. It's got some black Sharpie up here, and the whole spine is like, I didn't even know it until I because it looked pretty good when I was looking at it. I was like, yeah, it's got spine damage for, but you know, 81. I was like, it actually looks pretty decent. Now the whole spine is taped up, but it's easy to read. You know, it's kind of nice. I was kind of flipping through it on the bus on the way home. Next up, and I never see any of these. Honestly, I think this is just, it needs a press and needs a clean. I think that's the only thing that's wrong with this one. There's probably nothing like important. If there is anything important, you know, in any of these comics, let me know. I'm kind of a dunce in that way. Detective Comics, starring Batman. We got issue number 546. And a beautiful like black and red and white tone cover. I thought that was dope. Him standing in front of the the wanted poster. I've never actually seen this cover, so I thought that was pretty neat. And especially for $1. Which I don't have dollar bins, not at my regular LCS. In the mall they do, but I hardly ever go to the mall. I would like to, but you just... Alright, so I mentioned yesterday, and I showed it off yesterday, I picked up Marvel Comics Generation X #1, and I did mention that they had some more of the next issues, so I was able to grab Generation X issue #2, and then issue #3. I need to read it. You know, I think this is the 3rd time in my life that I've owned like the entire run of Generation X. Well, 2 times, but now I'm working on the 3rd time. Yeah, I need to read it. I was showing it off to my brother. My brother doesn't even remember Generation X. He was like, "Who's that? Who's that?" I was like, "Man, they dope. Let me tell you." Alright, so that is everything I got. And like I mentioned, there is still some books that I have at the LCS. I want to say like 4 books from last week. And then I still have Damn Them All, Batman Gilded Knights, Gotham Knights Gilded City, Batman One Bad Day, Catwoman, Harley Quinn 26, which I can't believe I left in the shop, and I did not get any of my covers. I didn't get any of my covers. I only got cover A, which I'm fine with. I love anything Batman Who Laughs. Justice Society of America #2. Dead Boy Detectives. If anybody else got that book, my LCS did not have it at all. I don't know if it was a shipping delay or something like that. I haven't seen it in anybody else's pickup, so if y'all know anything about Dead Boy Detectives issue #2, let me know. Siren's Gate #3, Creepshow #5, Junkyard Joe #4, All Out Avengers, Midnight Suns, Murder World Wolverine, Exterminators, Sin of Sinister, which I am grabbing, cover A. That's all I had. I wanted that White Queen cover, but that's all I had. And then Yoda #3, and that's everything I got. Which I should be heading to my LCS tomorrow, but it might be Friday, I don't know. There's no rush on these because I have a ton to read and review already. There's still a lot back there, but that's a trick. These are already read. These are from this week. Yeah. Okay, so, alright guys, let me know what you picked up. What was your favorite? What was your cover of the week? What are you most excited to read? Is there anything you need reviewed? Let me know. Alright guys, I'm being silly. That's all I got for you. I hope y'all were able to get everything that you wanted to get. I hope you had a great new comic book today. I hope you picked up that America Darkwing Duck, you know what I'm saying? Alright guys, I will see you later. I will probably go take a shower, and then after that I will hop into reading and reviewing probably Chroma #3 for my boy Nornrad82. But that's what I got coming up next. But I will have a lot of reviews. Like I mentioned, a lot of those I'm reading and reviewing. If you don't know if I'm reading and reviewing, just let me know down below and I'll help you out. Alright guys, I'll see you later. Bye!